What's up guys, it's Darius here back to you with another video today, and today I want to just have a discussion with you guys. Today I wanted to have a discussion about that fateful day when Kingdom Hearts 3 was officially announced to be in development. Now, what I'm going to do is just kind of go over my story, and this story is just something I like to tell everyone every once in a while. People that are fans of the series they just ask me like what was going through your mind on that day, and I love like hearing other people's stories about this too, because it really interests me, like, because this story is just something I'm gonna be telling probably, like, I don't know, maybe my kids, like when if I ever have them later on in life, and I just know I'm gonna be telling this to people over and over and over again. It's gonna be one of those moments that I always remember, because it was just something we were waiting so long for, and it just happened out of nowhere. But anyway, let me just go on with the story. So I remember it was E3 2013, and I remember it was, I think the dates were I think it was June 16th through the 18th. I don't remember what day Sony came on, but I know I was watching Sony's live stream of their conference, and prior to that, I knew I had some sort of feeling we might see Final Fantasy Versus 13. At the time, that's what it was called. It wasn't revealed to be 15 yet, but there was some rumors going around, I would think a couple months before, and it was actually a video of supposed 15 footage being shown at like an auditorium or whatever. Somebody recorded it, and at the end it said 15 instead of Versus 13. But anyway, that was just a rumor. But yeah, I had some sort of feeling that Versus 13 might be there, because Nomura said that he was making a trip out to E3 that year, and he hadn't ever actually gone to E3. So like, him going there was actually pretty huge. Granted, at the time, if anybody was thinking anything Kingdom Hearts related would be there, it would be for 2.5, because they did announce that 2.5 was in development at the time. I think a couple months after 1.5 did, I think, hit 2 million units sold. So yeah, anyways, I'm watching the conference, and I know Square Enix comes up for something. I forgot what else they were up for, but after they showed their game, they show Tetsuya on the screen, and he basically was just, I forgot what exactly he was talking about, something. I'll probably have the actual moment when he's up on the screen, so you guys can see exactly what he's saying. But all I know is it said producer for Final Fantasy Versus 13, and I was like, okay, here it is. We're gonna see it again. So I was really excited for that, and they show it, and it's the cutscene we've all seen over and over and over again. It never gets old, and every time I see it, it never gets old, because it just brings me back to that day. But anyways, it's going on or whatever, and like, even the cinematics look better. I'm like, this is crazy. And like, they keep showing it, and they're showing it, and then they get to that scene where the camera like pans down and like over the kingdom or whatever, kind of like it's actually the exact same kingdom that's on my YouTube channel banner or whatever. But then they get into the gameplay, and I'm like, wow, this is crazy. And like that, like, everything just looked 10 times better. And like, I wasn't even thinking at the time, like, is this on new hardware? I was just like, this just looks so much better, and this is probably what we've been like waiting so long for. They've just been making this game way better. And then toward the end, they show Final Fantasy Versus 13 and all that stuff, and I'm just like, that trailer was so nice. And they show, I think it's maybe Noctis or Prompto talking at the end, and they said something for the 15th coming, and then Final Fantasy Versus 13 breaks away, and then 15 comes back, and I kind of like lost it. Like, I was like, oh shit, they finally did it, they actually did it. And I think a lot of people had the same reaction, because there was rumors going around that it would be renamed 15. It would be the next installment in the main series. It just wouldn't be kind of an extension of Final Fantasy 13. And like, a simple name change sounds dumb to just go crazy over, but like, that was something that we had all been thinking about. And then we were thinking like it would be pretty cool if they just renamed it 15, especially with all the stigma that came with the 13 series. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I was really happy after that. And like my E3 was set after seeing that, because we hadn't seen, I think, 15 in probably 2 years, because the last time they showed something was in 2011 before that. But anyway, after that, Tetsuya Nomura comes back on screen and he's like, I have one more trailer for an unannounced game. Now, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I take back what I said earlier. I don't think 2.5 was in development at the time. So I'm thinking that I think they actually were talking about 2.5, but they didn't confirm it. So they say an unannounced game for a trailer for an unannounced game, and they roll it and it says Disney. I'm like, okay, this is Kingdom Hearts. Now, keep in mind, we're in the Kingdom Hearts fan base, and we've been waiting since 2005 for Kingdom Hearts 3, and like we're kind of, I guess since then, for every major event in gaming that Square Enix has been to, we have been let down and we have never seen Kingdom Hearts 3. So we're trained at this point to not get excited over to not get too hype, or get our get our hopes up for seeing Kingdom Hearts 3 anytime soon. So they're rolling the stuff, and then they show all the games in order. They show Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and I'm like, okay, this has to be 2.5 because that wasn't in 1.5. And then they show Kingdom Hearts 1, and I'm like, that's weird. I kind of missed it actually, but then they showed I think they showed Chain of Memories, then 3.5 over 2 days in the Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'm like, this is kind of weird because these games have been in 1.5. Why would they be showing it in 2.5? Because I'm still in that mode where I'm like, this is just something else. And then they show Sora like flying out of the sky or whatever, and he looks like 10 times better than I thought he would in an HD reading. So I'm like, wow, he looks way better. Mind you, I'm watching this with my brother in his bed or whatever. He's like in his bed in the background. I'm sitting in the chair, and we're watching it. And he's like, this is Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm like, no, this is 2.5. They already said that they were having in talks of making another HD collection. And then they get to this scene. They get to the scene where they're on the sand, and Master Ericus' sword is in the ground. I'm like, why would they be highlighting this? And then when it really clicked into my head was when Sora walked onto the beach and picked up Master Ericus' sword, and he's in his Kingdom Hearts 2 clothes. And I was just like, wait a minute, this is not happening right now, because like I don't know if I can really explain it. It's just that if you know the story of Kingdom Hearts completely, you know that Sora should not even be seeing Master Ericus' sword. You should know that Aqua from Birth by Sleep has Master Ericus' sword, and she's still in the darkness. So this is like, what's going on right now? And then I'm just like, this isn't happening. And then the heart, they cut to a black screen, and the heart comes around, and the two lines come down, and the third one comes up from top, and I absolutely lost it. I just jumped up and like I screamed. It was like probably 10:30 at night, and I screamed with my windows open, and my brother got up and we were yelling. He was like, let's go, yeah. It was crazy. And like I think I hugged my brother, and that was the first time in probably 6 years I've hugged my brother. So it took Kingdom Hearts 3 for me to actually hug my brother out of excitement. And I was just yelling. We were yelling, and then we were just jumping up and down like, this fucking shit is actually happening right now. I can't believe it. And then I think I was yelling so much that I wasn't looking at the screen anymore. Like I think I was just that happy to know that it was in development. And then my brother just like, look. And then I turned back to the screen, and I'm looking, and they're actually showing gameplay for it. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then like he's like showing they were like showing the scene where he's like running away, and he's jumping on walls, and he jumped off the wall and is riding on the wave of Heartless through the air. And I'm just like, what is going on right now? Like this is not Kingdom Hearts, but it is. It's like at that point my whole E3 was made. Like that year, I was really looking forward to seeing what Nintendo had as well. And this was all the year when they were really introducing, when Microsoft and Sony were introducing their new consoles. So we didn't know what to expect. So for Sony to just come up with 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3, it really just made my E3, because those were the two games I've been looking for I guess a decade now. And I guess everything after that for Nintendo was just like icing on the cake for that E3. So after that press conference, nothing really mattered to me for E3, and honestly, that was probably my favorite E3 to this day, because that was the one time I actually jumped out of my chair for excitement for a game ever. So I know this video's going on too long, I guess you could say, but just let me know what your reaction was exactly. Don't hold back. Tell me exactly everything that happened word for word for Kingdom Hearts 3 and even 15 like I just did. I know that was a very exciting night, and I know everybody who is a Kingdom Hearts fan remembers that day, or if they saw it later, they remember their exact reaction. So let me know in the comment section if your reaction was exactly like mine, if it was bigger than mine, if something crazy happened. Please like, share this channel, share this video, subscribe for more videos like this, and I will see you guys next time in the kingdom. Thank you.